Princess Hyacinth, The Surprising Tale of a Girl Who Floated, by Florence Parry Heide, illustrated by Lane Smith. Oh, look, she's chained up. She's tied up with the rope. Princess Hyacinth had a problem. Well, you're saying everyone has a problem. But this was an unusual problem. Oh, she didn't look unusual. That wasn't it. She had 2 eyes. See her eyes? With a nose between them. And a mouth under that. You know, the usual things in the usual arrangement. In fact, if she wasn't all dressed up in her princess clothes, you'd think she was just anybody. So what was the problem? Princess Hyacinth floated. Unless she was attached to something or weighted down, she just floated up, up, up. She's like a balloon. Oh, there she is. So the king and queen had a little golden weight sewed into the hems of Princess Hyacinth's gowns. Oh.
I wonder what.
And little diamond pebbles sewn into the tops of her socks.
The
roll-ups are all gone. Her crown had the heaviest jewels of the kingdom. And a rhinestone strap under her chin to keep it on. Look, they made her so heavy she can't float. As long as she was all dressed up in her princess things, she didn't float at all. In fact, she could hardly move. But the minute her crown was off and her gown and all that, up, up, up she would go in her royal underwear.
I'm doing a move.
Yeah. Whoa. The only time she could take off her royal stuff was when she was in the palace.
Look, it's a bed.
There's her bed. Is she laying in bed?
No.
Look. She floated up to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, what them doing?
She could only take off her royal clothes in the palace. Then if she floated,
What them doing?
they're all looking up at her.
Why? I'm trying to get them down.
It's morning and they've got to go climb up that ladder to get her down.
Why?
Because she'd just float up to the ceiling.
What?
And they could always get her down in the morning. Why can't I float around outside? Was a question Princess Hyacinth had asked 6 million times. Because you'd just float away altogether, her parents explained. Poor Princess Hyacinth. She wished she could run outside like the children who came to play on the palace grounds. Look, they're outside swimming in the pond.
Swimming.
Yeah, does that look fun?
No. I want to swim in the pond.
Instead, she sat at the window in her royal bathing suit, wearing a seatbelt, looking at all the children having fun.
What's him doing?
Oh, well, that's one of the children she watched. One was a red-headed boy who could fly his sky blue kite higher than all the others. He's flying a kite.
He's flying a kite.
That's right. His name was Boy. He waved at Princess Hyacinth every day, and she waved back. He smiled at her, and she smiled back. Boy had painted a golden crown on his kite in honor of the princess. Wasn't that nice?
What's that?
That's his ball of string, so he can let his kite go really high.
Right. What that thing?
The bushes around this castle are carved to look like animals. Do you see that? And this one's a duck. What's that?
That one, elephant.
Elephant. Mm-hmm. What's that one? Giraffe.
Giraffe.
Mm-hmm. Boy had come to her window to say hello a couple of times. Well, 7 times. She had counted every single one.
Giraffe.
Giraffe. Let's see if we can see any other animals. Today he walked over again. Or are you looking for more bush animals?
Look, a bunny.
A bunny.
What are those? Eggs.
Oh, they kind of look like eggs, don't they?
That was eggs.
Uh-huh.
That's eggs.
Oh, I can't see boy. He's hiding under this blanket. I like your kite, said Princess Hyacinth. I like your crown, said boy. And he turned to go. And I like you, he said over his shoulder. At least that's what Princess Hyacinth thought he said. Maybe he had just said toodaloo or yike-a-doodle-doo. She couldn't be sure. Oh, look, that's how she gets dressed in the morning. She's all tied up. Well, they put the heavy things on her. After a while, the children left the palace grounds. I'm terribly, horribly, dreadfully bored, said the princess. She decided to go to the park. Of course, she had to get all dressed up in her princess clothes first. The weights and everything. The crown and everything. Look at those big heavy rocks to hold her down. There's all the jewels.
And those?
Uh-huh, that they sewed into her socks. Her shoes.
Her socks.
And then off she went. Walking to the park.
Walking to a park?
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking to a park.
Because she was so bored. She didn't want to stay home.
What?
It says, well, she wasn't actually walking. She was sort of dragging along.
I don't want to go home. I don't go home.
She saw a balloon man coming towards her.
We'll go away. A balloon.
Mm-hmm. Suddenly, Princess Hyacinth had an exciting idea. Mr. Balloon Man, she said, I'd like to float up there with the balloons. That, said the Balloon Man, is impossible.
It's you.
No, it isn't, said Princess Hyacinth firmly. If I took off all my princess clothes, you could tie a string to my ankle, and I could float. Oh dear, said the Balloon Man. But since she was the princess, she got her way.
Mom, balloon.
Yeah, yellow balloon.
It's a balloon.
What other colors do you see?
A yellow balloon. Oh, that's so cute.
It's so cute.
It's blue.
A blue balloon. Can you find a red balloon?
Two red balloon.
Oh, good. What about orange?
Orange.
What about green?
Where was green?
I don't know. Is there green?
No.
Maybe this one? That one looks kind of blue.
That's green.
Is that one green? It counts? Okay. Whoa. Princess Hyacinth took off everything from tip to toe.
Tip and toe?
Except her royal underwear.
What?
And she put it in a neat pile under her umbrella.
Tip and toe.
She left a sign, do not touch, property of the princess.
What tip and toe?
The balloon man tied a string to her ankle and held on to the other end. And up she went. I feel like a balloon, said the princess. Whee! The balloon man walked through the park, and Princess Hyacinth bobbed along with the balloons. It was pretty exciting. That looks fun. Would you want to float with the balloons? No.
Don't go away.
But alas and alack, somehow or other the balloon man let go of the string that was attached to Princess Hyacinth, and up she went. Oh, wow, said the princess. Look, the dog's barking at him, and it startled him.
A dog mudding him.
Uh-huh.
Dog mud. That's mud.
That's mud?
No, that's mud.
Hmm.
That's mud.
There she goes. Up, up, up. The balloon man ran to tell the policeman. The policeman told the palace guards. The palace guards notified the king and queen. Oh dear, said the queen. The king got out his binoculars so that he could watch Princess Hyacinth as she floated up and up.
Not good.
As long as I keep an eye on her,
What's that?
she won't get into any trouble, he said.
What's that?
That's a policeman blowing a whistle
Blowing a whistle.
to say, attention, attention, listen, listen. But Princess Hyacinth floated higher and higher. But hey, she loved this free bird feeling. She whirled and she twirled. She swooshed and she swirled. She zigged and she zagged and she zigzagged. She zoomed and caroomed and cartwheeled.
What's the apple?
Oh, yeah.
What's the apple?
She did handsprings and headstands, flip-flops, and fandangos. It was the most fun she had ever had in her whole life. And all the time she was floating up, up, up. Now she couldn't even see the castle.
Apple.
Whoa, there's the castle. Where's Princess Hyacinth? Oh, there's all the balloons. Do you see where the princess went? I never knew the sky was so high, she thought. She saw something nearby. What could it be? Do you want to see? She looked closer. What was it? It was her crown. Her golden crown. What was it doing here? She was close enough now to touch it. Look, it was Boy's kite with the painting of her crown. Oh my, before she knew it, she was tangled up. Now what? Oh, look, the king's looking with his binoculars. Look, they're all watching the princess. Down on the ground, Boy felt a tug and started to reel in his kite, princess and all. Oh, there she is. The king, who had been watching her through his binoculars so that she wouldn't get into any trouble, saw the whole thing. Oh, hooray! Princess Hyacinth has been rescued.
7, 8. Oh.
Your mom's grateful.
Oh. 8.
There's Boy pulling her down.
And this 1, 2.
Boy was a hero. The king gave him a bag of gold. Now what? Well, since Princess Hyacinth had had such a wonderful time floating up there in the air, she wanted to do that every single day. Oh, she's giving her mom a big hug. The balloon man is very relieved they got the princess back. There she goes, up in the clouds. And she did. Every day she went out to the palace grounds in her royal underwear. And up, up, up she would float. Then Boy would fly his kite up, up, up right next to her. And reel her in when she wanted to come down. Oh, you want to read that one next?
Yeah.
And then she would invite him into the palace for tea and popcorn. The problem about floating was never solved, and that's too bad. But Princess Hyacinth was never bored again. That's good. She's tied down to her chair while they're eating popcorn. Tea and popcorn. Hey, did you see the kitty sleeping under the table? Meow. These are hyacinth flowers. They bloom in the springtime here. The end.
It's a red cocoa.